I was on TikTok just a little while ago, and I was listening to a story about a girl who went through an abortion. She calls it My Abortion Story if you want to look it up, and it's really sad. She is able to feel the pain. She didn't numb herself, it doesn't sound like, but she actually felt it. She said when she was too late for the pill or something to take, she actually had to have the surgical abortion. They don't put you under. That is true. They do not put you under. And she said the pain was excruciating. And I remember the pain. It is excruciating. I walked home after, partway home, and then gym the next day as if nothing happened. I had to harden myself to get through that, to survive. And that's what you have to do sometimes when you go through something like that. But she said the pain was so bad. She said it was like someone had a chainsaw ripping the insides of her, and she was pleading for them to stop, and they would not stop. So this was written. She posted this in May, it looks like, and there were other comments too. And one girl in July posted, so only like a month ago, saying she basically had the worst pain ever, worse than childbirth. So when I just did a video about Allie Stuckey, and Allie is on here saying, look at these women. Most women choose, and they know what an abortion is. You know what? They may have chosen to say yes to an abortion, but most of them don't really know what it is. They do not understand the pain they're going to feel. This girl also said afterwards there was like this void of emptiness. And I love how well she can articulate that feeling, because it's true. It's just like this emptiness of it's gone. You think your problem's gone. I know walking home, I just kind of like shut the door tight, not slamming it, but just was like, just turned my back, walked home, hardened myself, and then for a few minutes feeling a sense of relief, like, okay, I was not in trouble anymore. And that went away pretty quickly when I got home, and I was in trouble again. But there is that emptiness. And I remember after having eating problems, going to food to feel, to fill that emptiness, or going to shopping, or going to, anything to make me feel better. And what you want to do, I believe I was a Christian too. I didn't know I was a Christian. I asked Christ into my heart as a little girl, but then lived like a heathen in many areas, and no church or anything. And then so I knew God was with me, though. I didn't know that. And I think he was weeping. I did know he was with me. And then, what was I going to say? Yeah, just went on with life and buried it, because you have other obligations. I mean, I had to finish school. I was dating someone else for about 9 months after that. And I just, girls do not know what they're getting into. And this is why we need to be protecting people. And like this girl said, talking about the procedures. We don't talk about it. We don't talk about what really happens. So how do people really know if they don't even know what the pain's going to be like? They are choosing based on what they think they know, thinking it's safe. And then they get into the doctor's office, and they don't know what's coming. And it is awful. And I remember later on, let me see, what year was this? I was taking jazzercise. That's something that I had done. And I was working, I believe it was 1990. So the forced abortion was 87. I was living on my own. My boyfriend and I had lived together, and it wasn't working out. He didn't want to be together because he wanted his freedom, and that was my husband, who now I don't know where he's at. But anyways, I remember getting my own place, and I was working at different places. I think I just buried myself in work. And one job I had was for the state. It was the Department of Agriculture. I had a ton of jobs. I had like 66 jobs or something. up until like the last few years. I don't know, I probably had more than that. I've had tons of jobs. So anyways, I was working for the state, the Department of Agriculture, and no, Department of Architecture, sorry. And as I'm working there, I'm in the bathroom and I could not get up from cramps. I just could not get up. And then later on, I had, when I had my firstborn son, the placenta was starting to separate. So I was in the hospital for 3 days, and it looked like as I was bleeding, I may not have been able to have my son. They had started Pitocin, and then he just wasn't coming out. So they're like, okay, definitely by tomorrow, we're going to speed up the Pitocin. We're going to increase your Pitocin because you're bleeding and you're starting to bleed and your placenta's starting to separate. So I could have lost, not only did I lose a child, but I could have lost another one because of abortion. So we need to talk about this. And I think that's the only way we are going to really help girls not want abortion. The heart needs to change.